The Amazing Digital Circus. It was once just an innocent little webtoon cartoon. It's evolved. It's changed the game. Everywhere, everybody, they can't get enough. You see it everywhere. The billboards, the little toys, hordes of children all across Mesoamerica get access to the special live show with all the little characters jumping around. But the sad truth is, this show has a dark side. You see, if you ever noticed that there's exactly 7 characters, not you, in the show, so that kind of gives a dark implication. Have you ever heard of something called the 7 Deadly Sins? The 7 Deadly Sins were initially created by SpongeBob fan theory users to describe how twisted and messed up something is. And I think you'll find disturbingly, each of the characters in the purgatory-like realm of the digital circus is sort of emblematic of a different deadly sin. So, allow me to be your Virgil as I guide you through the digital hell of the digital circus. Alright, let's start this list off with something simple. Even a toddler can understand it. It's greed, okay? Greed is one of the 7 deadly sins. In the famous Slipping Jimmy sequel series, Breaking Bad, you can see a very obvious example of greed, because in this scene, Walter is crying because he doesn't have as much money as he used to have. And that's an example of greed. And who is the greediest character on this show? Well, greed is about like having things and sort of collecting things. So I think we should look at what this one character sort of quirkily says as he's first introduced.
Over there's supposedly been here the longest.
Oh, did someone say something about an insect collection?
That's why.
Did you hear that? An insect collection. Suspicious? Well, another thing to note is that Kingler is a king. And kings, in a lot of stuff, they're usually pretty greedy because they have all the gold. Quite like a Midas. Like a King Midas? And he has hands? Yeah, I think that's... Kingler is emblematic of the sin of greed. Now, envy. Envy, that's the sin of wanting to be like someone else, or being, sort of sad that you're not like someone else. And what character is always sad and, not like the others, can't control themselves, wishes they had that sort of basic ability? Zubul. Well, Zubul is also sort of maybe envious because she can't, control her body parts. And she can't, become, like a full person because she's made of, different parts. Maybe her... Wait, she's, angry a lot of the time. Oh, that's gonna make a really easy one later. Okay, no, pivot. We're gonna pivot. We're going back. It's Gangle. Gangle, who's not all there, not able to control herself, sort of sad. She's sort of sad, and she wishes she wasn't sad. So it's Gangle is emblematic of the sin of envy. Sloth. Sloth is a very serious, deadly sin. It's the sin related to not acting when necessary, not doing the difficult things required of you, not cleaning up your room, bucko. So, okay, sloth, Ragatha. You know, the thing about Ragatha is she's just ignoring all the crazy shit going on around her, all the evil, horrible things. So Ragatha is very slothful because she's not like doing that. Because she's not acting. She's kind of passive. Yeah, I guess that works. Okay, Ragatha is emblematic of the sin of... Jack's also kind of like laser. He does like a lazy thing. No. I'm staying on course. Ragatha is emblematic of the sin of sloth. So the thing about lust as a sin is that it's more about like sexual impurity. So when it's like in like a theory video for like a sort of like a kids cartoon, doesn't really have anything like that, you kind of need to bend the rules a little bit, and luckily there's a little play around here. So they say that lust is a sin about like being like too happy, like enjoying life too much. So like SpongeBob is lustful because he's positive and well adjusted, and that's lustful because he loves people too much. So Jax is kind of smiling the whole time. Kane's like enjoying it too much. Actually, I don't think I have a really good one for Kane after this, so I'm just gonna stick Kane here. He's smiling. He's red like a heart, like a beating, like a bloody, like an organ, like a heart, which is lustful because it causes like lust. And he's like the sick, twisted mind that the circus was born from in the first place. So Kane is emblematic of the sin of lust. Wrath is Zubul. So I sort of spoiled that earlier, but Wrath is Zubul because Zubul is cranky, so Zubul is Wrath. Zubul is emblematic of the sin of wrath. And for the penultimate sin of this deadly theory, we have envy, greed, pride. Pride is putting an excessive sense of like importance on yourself, on your ego, on your image. You know, it's like a lack of humility. And who lacks humility and empathy on this show? How about Jax? Yeah, Jax is mean, but not like in wrath mean. He's like mean, and I think he only cares about himself.
Huh. Ladies first. No, wait, why would I say that?
Wait, Pomni's not even here? Wasn't this whole thing for her?
Be quiet. I can't hear the escalator.
Yeah, you can use that as evidence for pride, I guess. Again, Kane might work here too, but you know, these theory videos, none of the characters ever really make sense, fit. It's not really about that. It's about sort of making something dark, you know? finally, for our final sin, gluttony. And we have Pomni, everyone's favorite little clown character. Everyone's favorite little clown, Pomni. And what does Pomni have to do with the sin of gluttony? Well, that's because she's always doing the